For today's Cyber CEO episode.
Working with Cyberbacker, it's been over 3 years. We've seen our Cyberbackers get married and just have amazing life-changing events. And they really do feel like part of our team because they are. I would say that's the most meaningful thing, is they're an extension of our team and of our family.
Welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our Cyberbackers helped our Cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Rachael, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day up here in New Hampshire.
There we go. That's good to know. And again, we really appreciate you coming back. We know you have a lot of things to do, so we really appreciate your time. Now, to start things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners just like yourself. So I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe we can start with, what's your role in the business, Rachael?
Sure. Great question. I am the RainMaker for a small team here at Keller WIlliams. So our team covers New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine. So it's myself and 5 agents and then 4 administrative staff. So altogether, there's 10 of us. And so we run a small but mighty team up here.
There we go. How long have you been in the real estate world, by the way?
It's just about 7 years. 7 years is my full-time career.
All right, 7 years in the real estate world. Now, how about virtual leverage? Is this your first time working with someone virtual?
Yeah. So working with Cyberbacker was my first VA experience. I heard about it, I believe, at a mega camp or something to that effect. And it piqued my interest because it has been challenging to find help in the US for quite some time now. So the idea of having somebody kind of pre-screened for us was very appealing to me.
Yeah, because again, going through tons of resumes, scheduling those appointments would really take a lot of time off of your plate, right?
Yeah, and we just weren't really getting quality candidates. And I had, gone through the process for quite some time of looking for somebody here to come to the office with us every day. And I wasn't getting any traction. And that I was actually becoming very expensive to keep posting job ads. So I was looking for a better solution.
And now you're working with Cyberbacker. How was the transition though? Because I know for a fact that some of our listeners have a difficult time transitioning into the virtual world. So how about you? Did you have a difficult time transitioning?
Yes and no. Just kind of working out the quirks of how it was going to work and maybe just having some questions because I hadn't really used this as a resource before. So understanding that a Cyberbacker can work the hours that we would like them to work. So they work alongside with us and not knowing beforehand, thinking they might be working off hours. As far as like bringing them on board and having them be part of the team, we do have somebody who sits here in the US. So it's our director of operations, and she does oversee them. However, I have spent a lot of time kind of thinking and wondering how it might work for somebody who doesn't have somebody who sits, to oversee them. And the beauty of it is you can really design the position to work for you. So sometimes it's just when you're driving in the car and you call your Cyberbacker and you just do like a brain dump of everything that just happened in that appointment. And maybe they're going to set up your CRM, put the notes in, put your next tasks in, update your calendar. Oftentimes I'll be just about ready to drive. I'll see something come through an email. I'll send a quick message to my Cyberbacker. Hey, please register for us for that event, put it on the calendar, file it in the email. And it just really can help streamline the work that I need to do. And it prevents me from forgetting the tasks that I would want to do if I was sitting in front of my computer. But as we all know, we're constantly on the road and moving around. So regardless if you have somebody here, in your office, working with them side by side, or if you're just a solo agent and you're needing help, there are tons of benefits. And then in addition to that, we got really used to just having our Cyberbacker on Zoom with us all day long. And they feel like they're part of the office. They start their day with us, they start the day with the whole team, and then they sit with us all day and just chime in when they have questions or let us know when they finished a project. And so as agents, sometimes we're in the office a lot, sometimes we're not, but having that Zoom relationship has really made them feel part of our team.
Yeah. Again, even if they're not physically there, you can talk to them right immediately once they're on Zoom, right?
Absolutely.
Now, talking more about your Cyberbacker experience, so before you got to work with your Cyberbackers, you went through the hiring process. So how did that experience go right there?
It was a little overwhelming at first, but now I see the beauty of why it's designed the way it is. I think as busy entrepreneurial real estate agents, and we're wearing so many hats and if you haven't hired somebody before, you could kick the can down the road so far. Instead, the way Cyberbacker kind of selects 3 people based on their personality assessment, so their job fit, their resume, and you getting a little glimpse of who they are before you meet them, and them just putting 3 possible matches in front of you, it really helps you streamline the process. Otherwise, us real estate agents, we're just never going to make a decision. We're always going to be waiting for something to be perfect, but instead we just need to make progress and keep moving forward. So the process at first was a little unnerving, but I do see why it works the way it does now. It really helps us just to move forward and start the process.
And I double checked everything. You have 2 Cyberbackers working with you in the business now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So you went through it twice. What advice can you give other business owners just going through that hiring process that we have here? Because you've already gone through it twice.
Yeah, I would say don't overthink it. Number one, the quality of the candidates is exceptional. And I think sometimes you might even end up with more than one person that you'd want to hire, and not to delay. So if you end up finding somebody you really like, don't sleep on it and wait too long, because other agents across the country are looking for talent. And if you pass on talent, you might really lose it. Sure. So I would say reading the job fit report, looking at their resume, listening to their video bio, and kind of having an idea of maybe who's your ideal candidate going into it, having your questions prepared, and trusting your gut and just going for it.
There we go. Awesome pieces of advice. Now, your Cyberbackers, talk to me about them. What are the tasks that you leverage off to them every day?
Yeah, I would say what I don't want people to think is because we have more than one Cyberbacker that you need multiple to be efficient. So it's not the case that we need more because they can't do enough. So we're a team of 6 agents and 4 admin staff. So we really need a lot of help, right? So they do social media for us. They do listing management, some transaction coordination, a lot of kind of database or lead management. And so they really do wear several different hats, and we're just constantly cross-training them on different functions so that they can be more effective for the team.
All right. So basically they have their hands in almost everything then in the business, almost.
Yeah, almost everything. Yeah.
Now, how long have you been working with Cyberbacker? I forgot to ask earlier.
It's been over 3 years. I would have to double check, but it's been over 3 years.
A lot of experience right there working with someone virtual. So again, our listeners might have difficulty working with someone who's virtual. So do you have any tips or pieces of advice that you can share with them on how to create a strong bond with someone who's virtual?
Honestly, whether it's Zoom or whether it's phone calls, just having them always around. It's the same as, if somebody was sitting next to you, you have like quick one-off conversations. And if you're not constantly in communication with the person, you're not going to create that rapport that you would if somebody was sitting right next to you. So again, they can't physically come on appointments with you, but as soon as you're done with the appointment, if you're calling them and filling them in, getting them involved in your CRM, having them own your calendar, helping filter your email, right? Like just somebody, getting rid of the spam, getting rid of all the things that you don't need to see. And, you're giving them the criteria of what to get rid of and what to keep. And then they can say to you, hey, a really important email came in while you were on that appointment. Would you like me to do something? And you can just dictate what you would like for them to do, right? Whether it's an email response or a text response. And you're able to be super proficient or efficient while you're driving around. And I think that's so huge for agents. But it's the constant communication and of making yourself available to grow that rapport.
we go. So really the communication, I think communication and that rapport really go together, right? Because without that communication, you won't be able to build on that rapport, which then leads to no trust between both of you anyway, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, one last question for you, and I know for sure that your cyberbackers are going to be able to watch this once we have this online. So we'd like to know, what do you like most about your cyberbackers? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
I really do feel like they're part of our family now. We do client events and team events, and my heart kind of breaks a little bit that they can't be part of it with us. And so, we've seen our cyberbackers get married and, just have amazing life-changing events. And they really do feel like part of our team because they are. So I would say that's the most meaningful thing, is they're an extension of our team and of our family.
There we go. Part of the team, part of the family. And Rachael, we are very, very excited to see where this, of course, partnership leads to for many more years to come. And again, thank you very much for dropping by. I had fun talking to you today.
Me too. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.